Welcome to the Tully Forum for tonight's Division II state playoff action. J.D. McCaffrey and Bob McGlinchey hopefully ready to bring you the action for Frontier Vision. A little dispute with the MIA people, which I think we'll have resolved, but if we suddenly go off the air, well, that's the way it is. Fishman coming off a thumping 9-1 win over Triton in their first game. Lynnfield coming in with a solid 2-0 win in their opening game. These two teams met last year in the playoffs. And if memory serves me, I think it was a 5-2 Gloucester win. But a Lynnfield team that people tell us is fairly solid, good goaltending, and the Fishermen probably have their work cut out for them this evening. Puck down behind Sutera, the Gloucester net, shot right through the crease. Pelazzola try to set everybody as we get going here. A little problems getting on the air, but hopefully things will be resolved. Puck steered wide by Sutera. Muse back on it. Pass goes awry, and we're going to have our first penalty of the game. Gloucester didn't handle a puck in their own end and gave Lynnfield a chance to walk out. There was a tripling penalty, so Gloucester's going to start early in the game, a man down. Lynnfield coming in with a 13-6-2 record, I believe. And again, we understand a solid goaltender and Dave Geary, 1.87 goals against. Look at the penalty killers for the Fishermen. Zach Morrissey is one. Keith Amaro, I think, is going to take the face-off. Out there with Kucha. Shot all the way down into the far end by Kucha. Puck at center ice. Kucha, long shot. Gary kicks it aside. Now Lynnfield on a rush. Try to set some of these Lynnfield numbers for you when we get a chance. I can get a program open, but gives me numbers. Gloucester clears it again. 45 seconds remaining on the penalty. Lynnfield on the rush, over the blue line into Gloucester territory, into the corner, drop pass. Now, a little give and go. Puck loose, picked up by Lynnfield. Back to the point, it clears the point man. Gonna go all the way down on Gary with about 25 seconds remaining. And Riley making something happen, as usual. Kevin coming off a big 7-point game in the first game. Puck pried loose by Riley. Riley's backhanded shot doesn't go anywhere. Down to 2 seconds, 1 second. Gloucester successfully killed off the power play. Lynnfield kicks it deep into the Gloucester end. Flipped in. Now behind Sutera, picked up by Lynnfield. Gloucester looked at it, shot, backhanded Sutera, nice save. Gloucester got a little sloppy in their own end, allowed Conley to pick the puck up behind the net, and he passed it out front, a little backhanded shot. Sutera had a good look at it, and a good save by Peter. Face-off will come to Sutera's right. Now we understand all is right with the MIAA, thanks to persons who shall remain nameless for the time being. Now skated out by Kucha. Kucha offside a little bit. Kucha was pushed, ridden off the puck a little bit around the blue line, and the wing on the far side got in there a little too soon. Lynnfield, a little height advantage over the Fishermen, but that's not unusual. Gloucester tries to some kids that are not the tallest in the world, but fortunately play the game very well. Lynnfield dumps it in, Sutera leaves it and decides to glove it as Lankini was bearing down on him. We have a vantage point behind the. Actually, this is a great spot. I haven't been on the Tully for a while. A little confusing because it's supposedly in Chelmsford, but you're actually in Bill Ricker, and the University of Lowell used to play here. So people that remember where Lowell played would remember this, and it's an excellent site. It's just unfortunate that it has to be rush hour traffic, and rushing up the right side is Parsons. In front, Riley can't connect with Palazzolo. Back to the point, Curley shoots it wide. Now puck splits the defenseman. They say it will be an icing. Face-off will come back down on the Linfield end. 11:43 remaining in the first period. This will be a late arriving Gloucester crowd. Traditionally, Gloucester crowds always arrive late, but this one will probably be even later because the traffic, it had to navigate 128 or 495 or Route 3. And the 6 o'clock, Parsons. 6 o'clock start time, a little early for some people. Hopefully by mid-period, we'll see a nice Gloucester crowd. Curley and Morrissey combined. Riley gets it out, shot right back in by Linfield. Curley back on it again. Curley behind the net for Morrissey. Curley again as Linfield comes in with some foretech, and they steal the pass. Try to walk it in, puck loose. Kept in by Linfield, shot through traffic. Satara save, another save. And Gloucester clears it beyond the blue line. Linfield has to clear the zone. Good pressure by Linfield, good job by Satara. And kept in by Linfield. Linfield keeping the pressure on the Fishermen. Puck down below us where we can't see it, and little shove off there by Charlie Shove. Now we're going to have a face-off down in the other end. Kucha, Zergabel, and I think it's Borowski wing on the other side. Zergabel's going to take the draw. He sets himself. Draw controlled by Linfield. Shoot around behind their own net, up the boards, and out of the zone. Defenseman trips and goes down. Linfield on a rush, but covered up by Muse. Now Zergabel with a steal. Zergabel in a race for the puck, gets a shot off. Cleared away by Geary. Good job by Zergabel. Broke the play up, got to the puck, got a pretty good shot off, but Geary makes a save. Puck behind the net, kick loose. Now Zergabel again. Zergabel gets knocked down. And Linfield gets it out of their own end. Shot saved by Satera. Wing to wing. Trafai takes a check. And bouncing puck, which Satera will probably save with his glove and cover it up. .9:58, I think it is, remaining in the period. Both teams with opportunities, but slight edge to Linfield thus far. Puck loose, picked up by Morrissey. Morrissey tries to clear it out of there. He can't. Shot hits Curley. Curley flips it to the blue line, but not out. Kept in by Hazel. Puck over in the far corner. Colley jamming for it. Colley gets knocked down. Puck, no one has control. Colley again gets checked by Curley. Parsons is in there. Fishman, I think, would like to tie it up, but there's no whistle yet. Now the puck comes out of there. Curley head to Palazzola. A little too far. Palazzola slides into the boards. Riley back there, though. Riley from behind the net puts it in front. Intercepted by Linfield. Parsons was there, but they couldn't get the puck far enough in front. Stolen back by Riley. Riley checked. And out comes Colley, but not all the way out. Now puck is picked up by Linfield. Shot in as they want to make a change. As to the Fishermen. Puck Back to the point, shot through a screen, doesn't get all the way through, kept in, shot high, up into the netting above the glass. They're saying it was tipped, so the face-off stays deep in the Gloucester end. The Gloucester's had some problems getting the puck out of their own end, and they paid the price. Not on the scoreboard yet, but Lynnfield with some excellent opportunities, keeping Cetera busy. Rushed out of there by Amero. Moro off the boards, picked up by Borowski. Borowski drops it back for Amero. They don't connect, and back comes Lynnfield. McKeeva and Muse tangle. Now Kucha and Muse. Muse loses it, but broken up by, I believe it was Bertolino. Deep into the Lynnfield then. Kucha pushes it back behind the net where Lynnfield's first to it. This is Shove. He's a very tall lad on skates. Tall lad off skates, I'm sure. Amero keeps it in. Shot! Save made by Geary. Puck behind the net. Shove backhands the pass off the boards. Now Lynnfield clears it out of the zone. Right back in. A little too high, though, over the glass. Bertolino tried to bounce it off the glass. .7:33 remaining in the first period. Zergabel is in a tangle. Puck loose, picked up by Trefai. Trefai, his pass hit a stick. Morrissey checked. Curley up the boards. The Zergabel. Puck put back behind Cetera, though. Now the fisherman skated out. That Morrissey head to Muse. Trefai shoots it into the Lynnfield end. Now back at center ice. Shot in by Zergabel. Gloucester changing up again. Riley, Parsons, Palazzolo out there. Morrissey, Bertolino, the defensive pairing. Saved by Cetera. Shot off the glass by Bertolino. Riley intercepts the pass, gets it to Palazzolo. Palazzolo in a little bit too deep, but he gets his own rebound. Palazzolo wheeling around in traffic. Parsons shot. Save Geary. Puck put behind the net by Lynnfield. Now along the boards. Muse shot. Goes wide. Parsons tried to tip it. He couldn't. Parsons checked against the glass, and out comes Lynnfield. Two men back for the fisherman. Shot. Cetera steers it wide. Puck picked up by Riley. Riley hooked, shoved, pushed, everything. Got it over to Parsons. Parsons' shot went through the crease. Lynnfield trying to catch Gloucester in a change. Borowski hustles in to break up the play. Bertolino off the boards. Romero puts it deeper into the Lynnfield end. Was picked up by Kucha. Kucha shot at side of the net. Geary with a good save. No icing. Curley has to pick it up in his own end. Over on this side, Amero has to avoid a check. Puck's loose. Amero. Now Lynnfield shot through traffic. Cetera makes the save. That didn't have that much on it. Pete had a good look at it. Put through the crease by Lynnfield over to this corner. Behind the net. Loose. Still loose. Curley back to Amero. Amero gets it out of there. They're going to call this an icing, I believe. So faceoff comes down into the Gloucester end. 4:41 remaining in the period. And Lynnfield with a little bit of an edge here. Gloucester with some opportunities, but Gloucester has some problems getting the puck out of their own zone. Face-off will be to the left of Cetera. Riley, Palazola, Parsons. Now Gloucester will change. Lynnfield. No, but not sure. Maybe I think we're having an official tended to. I'm not sure. Both teams have skated over the respective bench, and one of the officials is over near the Lynnfield bench. It looks like he's being attended to. Don't know whether he got cut or exactly what's going on. Again, want to thank Bob Drowan for handling the duties. Had made plans a long time ago and did not want to miss the game, but Bob Drowan, ready, willing, and able, and appreciate Bob being able to fill in. And certainly things went well under the Bob Drowan announcing as the Fishermen rolled over Triton. I think we're, again, having an official tended to. He skates back. Seems to be okay. Looks like maybe got a cut or what have you. But face-off will be to Cetera's left. Bertolino, Muse, the defensive pairing. Riley waiting to take the face-off for Gloucester. Palazola slides it to Muse. Now Bertolino tried to send Riley away. They don't connect into the Lynnfield end. Palazola goes in and steals it. Palazola with Riley in front. Parsons! Goal! A change-up. I was going to say that Parsons didn't have much on that, but he had enough. And I think, if anything, it fooled Geary. Looked like Parsons didn't get all of it, but he kept it low. Geary, I think, thought he had it, but Parsons puts Gloucester on the board. 4:23 remaining in the first period. Gloucester leads it 1-0. Good hustle play by Palazola started that. Close the defenseman up near the boards. Tried to play the puck. Palazola got to it quickly, went behind the net. Had Riley in front, had Parsons a little further out front. Got the puck to Parsons. Parsons puts it on net, and Gloucester leads it 1-0. Palazola, they do give the assist to, and that is a bona fide assist. Pass intercepted by Parsons. Parsons shoots it wide. That one had a lot more on it than the one that he scored on, but it's how they show up in the scorebook, and they'll show up as a nice goal. I think we have a penalty. And this one is against the Fishermen. So Gloucester, after taking a 1-0 lead, go down a man. Minute and a half penalties, as we know in high school hockey. 3:56 remaining in the period. Amaro, Morrissey, Borowski, and Curley, the four out there to kill it. Rushed by Nugent, dropped behind the net. Morton is tied up by Amaro. Puck is underneath Morton, so they blow the whistle. Morton, only a freshman. Some of the Geary, the goaltender, is a junior. A lot of youngsters on this Lynnfield team. Face-off, controlled by Borowski. He overskates it, but Amaro also overskates it. Thought he had possession. Shot from the point by Nugent. Went off his teammate's back, actually. Can't clear it out. Nugent keeps it in. Nugent through a screen, hit a skate. Comes to the near corner. Now behind the net. Curley breaks that up nicely. Good job by Curley. Went, tried to pass it in front, and Curley hustled over there, broke the pass up. Was able to clear it out of the zone. Lynnfield hustles it back, shoots it in deep. Around the boards, far side. Parsons pokes it out of there. 30 seconds remaining on the power play for Lynnfield. Good job by Gloucester so far. Lynnfield on the rush. That's Briggs. Briggs center ice to Manzo. Manzo's pass to McKeever gave him a pretty good shot, but he shot it high. Nugent wheeling. Nugent ridden off, and we have a whistle, I think, offside. 3 seconds remaining on the Lynnfield power play. So Gloucester will successfully kill this one off. Puck is shot over toward the Lynnfield bench. It's shot into the Gloucester end, but the penalty is over. Muse ahead to Riley. Riley up to Palazzola. Palazzola leaves it for Riley. Riley shot wide. Puck far side. Riley and Palazzola trying to dig it out. Kept in. Now they say it wasn't kept in. Appeared that Bertolino had kept it in. Now we have a penalty. That's what it is. I thought that puck stayed inside the zone. I didn't see the penalty, but the official did, and Gloucester will go on the power play. 2:08, I think it is. So Gloucester will get full use of the minute and a half in this period, unless something happens one way or another as additional penalties. But right now, Gloucester has Kuchar, Borowski, Amiro, Muse, and Bertolino as the power play unit. Bertolino back to Muse. Now Muse. Kuchar drops it back to the point. Borowski tees it up. Shot! And it's underneath Geary. Everybody else knows that except for Mr. Geary. Geary made the save, and you can see that he was looking behind him for the puck. It was in his pads. Bertolino, Amiro now the point men. Palazzola, Riley, and Parsons. The front line for the Fishermen in this power play. Broken up and skated out by Briggs. Now hustling is Colley, but he gets knocked down. Gloucester goes back with a Palazzola. Drop pass for Riley. Riley tried to keep it along the blue line. Riley able to control it. Good job by Riley. Slides it far side. Parsons. Parsons' shot is a high one, and Geary got a pretty good look at it. He makes a save. Good job by Riley to keep the puck in the zone. Ended up making a play. They got a shot on net. Geary makes a save. 42 seconds remaining on the power play for the Fishermen. Parsons tries to push it back to the corner. Now shot around to this side. Palazzola on it. Palazzola to Parsons. Parsons can't control it. Back to Bertolino. Bertolino can't keep it in. And out comes Lynnfield on a break, and a bad pass. A break for the Fishermen as Manzo's pass went behind McKeever. McKeever would have been in all alone. Break for the Fishermen. The pass didn't connect. Lynnfield ends up offside. Face-off right in front of the Gloucester bench. See head coach Jack Alexander in the baseball tight cap. Borowski, shot to goal! As Geary is frustrated with himself because I think he misplayed that one. Power play goal for the Fishermen. Borowski kept it low, and it looked like Geary had a pretty good look at it. 49 seconds remaining in the period. So Geary comes in with a 1.87 goals against. He's exceeded that already as the Fishermen have 2. You love those goals in the last minute of the period. You make sure now that you don't give one up. As Cetera makes a pretty routine save and a long shot. I believe they gave Kucha the assist. I got Mark Orlando, my former cameraman producer, helping me out here with a little bit of spotting and what have you. And I believe that's what the call is. Kucha on the assist. Fisherman at center ice. Kind of a soft pass, and it was intercepted. Lynnfield offside, though. Lawson threw it up towards center ice without that much on it, and Lynnfield intercepted, but lineman on the far side got into the zone too quick. The face-off again comes in front of the Gloucester bench, directly down below us. 28 seconds remaining. Riley, Palazola, Parsons. Bertolino and Muse. Muse hits a Lynnfield player. Puck in the corner. Palazola got knocked down. Lynnfield trying to make a little give and go. Puck loose, picked up by Riley. And harm's way is avoided. Parsons tried to split the defenseman, couldn't do it. Back comes Lynnfield, long shot. Cetera makes a save. Down to 1 second, and the horn sounds, ending the first period at the end of one period. Gloucester 2, Lynnfield nothing. We'll be back with second period action. Shot, beauty. Nice move by Kucha, good backhander, but he pulled it just wide. Curley intercepts a clearing pass. Curley backhanded. Puck loose. All sorts of pressure by the fisherman. Amaro was there. Gloucester couldn't quite get that one good shot off, but applied a lot of pressure and a good job of keeping the puck in the zone by Curley and Kucha particularly. Puck back at center ice. Kucha back to retrieve it. Kucha shoots high and wide as Gloucester changes it up. Palazola comes out to complete the change. And this will be an icing. Face-off will be to Geary's right. Good couple of minutes by the Fishermen to start the second period as they look to build on their 2-0 lead. And the crowd again is building. Lynnfield makes a late change. Now they realign. Riley set to take the draw for Gloucester. He wins it. Centering pass. Shot in Geary. Great save. Shot by Riley and Geary. Parsons, a nice job of setting that up. Good shot by Riley and a good glove and probably the best save of the game thus far by David Geary. Little shaky on the two that he allowed possibly, but certainly looked good on that one. Puck back in the corner. Now Lynnfield able to skate it out, and this is going to be offside. They had McKeever floating up around the blue line, but he jumped inside the zone by a couple of feet before the puck got there. And the faceoff comes back at center ice. Gloucester sends out Trafai, Zergabel, Muse. Two Muses out there now. Seth and Lenny. Seth waiting to take the draw. Puck controlled by Lynnfield. Broke it up, but puck still loose. Trafai broke that up. Now it's a bouncing puck. Lynnfield on it. Puck shot through a screen. Loose puck. Cetera trying to clear some traffic away from in front of him. Shot wide, knocked down. Picked up by Bertolino. Bertolino tries to flip it ahead to Zergabel. Doesn't connect. Intercepted by Lynnfield. Shot off the side of the net. Couple of bodies flying around down there. Zergabel and Bertolino. Lynnfield comes up with it. Shot wide by Nugent. now shot behind the net and cleared out of there by Bertolino. This will not be icing. It hit a Lynnfield defenseman. Bertolino banged it off the glass. Borowski with a big check on shove. And now we're going to have a whistle. And this is going to be against the Lynnfield, puts Gloucester on the power play. Big check by Borowski along the blue line. And I think a little frustration on one of the Lynnfield skaters. They draw the penalty. Gloucester goes a man up. They're 1 for 2 on power plays. Set the power play unit for you as soon as we get a chance. But Lynnfield with possession. Lynnfield trying to make something happen in the Gloucester end. Now Amiro gets it up to Palazzola. He's out there with Riley, Parsons, and Bertolino. Palazzola, good job of walking in front, little give and go. Riley and Palazzola doesn't quite connect. Palazzola tried to take it on his backhand, shot by Amiro, smothered. Riley ends up with it. Riley shot through traffic, save. And I'll tell you what, Mr. Geary went down and he was able to recover, but they certainly had him at their mercy. But able to recover and make the save. 53 seconds left on the power play, 11:03 remaining in the second period. Gloucester leads it 2-0. Riley in the corner. Riley trying to get it out front, ends up with it again, overskates it, trying to push it to Palazzola. He can't, but Palazzola gets it back to Riley. Riley tries to jam it in from the side of the net. He can't. Palazzola has to go to the corner to get it. Parsons ends up with it to Palazzola. Palazzola trying to make a play. He can't. Now we have a whistle, and the puck ends up at the blue line, and the net is dislodged. The face-off will be in the Lynnfield end. Gloucester going to make a change with 31 seconds remaining on the power play. They send Kuchar, Borowski, Amiro out with Curley and Morrissey. Good job by the unit coming off. They put the pressure on. Shove, can't clear it, but now Lynnfield does clear it. And elect to skate it and backhand it into the Gloucester end. Curley has to chase it with about 15 seconds remaining on the power play. Curley to Borowski. Borowski splits the defenseman, goes to the far corner where Merrill can't get there. The puck comes outside the blue line, and Lynnfield's going to be able to kill this one off. Shove flicks it towards the Gloucester end, and they call the icing. Now they say it's not an icing. Okay. Puck is going, face-off is going to be just inside of center ice. Kuchar set. Lynnfield wins it though. And we have the puck on the Lynnfield bench. Tossed back onto the ice. We'll have another face-off. Manzo skates off. Riley, Parsons, Palazzola come out. Morrissey and Curley stay out. Curley tries to knock it down, he can't, and Sotera gets a glove on it as McKeever was bearing down on him. Last year there might have been two McKeevers on this team, but this McKeever is a sophomore. As we said, a lot of youngsters sprinkled throughout this lineup for Lynnfield. Lynnfield can't keep it in. Riley hustles after it, but now Lynnfield shoots it back in. Parsons cleared to center ice. Chased down by Hazel as Riley stalking him. Now up far boards into the Gloucester end. Bouncing pass doesn't connect as McKeever couldn't get a stick on it. McKeever got turned around. Back comes Curley. Curley from Riley. Riley drop pass. Palazzola back to Curley. Curley was robbed by Geary. Curley was some net to shoot at. Geary slides over. Makes a save. Palazzola shoots it wide. Nice pass by Riley from in back of the net. Mr. Curley had a whole lot of net to look at, but Geary able to slide over and take it away from Steve Curley. Marcy taken down. Back comes Lynnfield. They're going to call this offside as McKeever was way inside the zone. I think Steve Curley had that one marked down, and Geary just slid across and made the play. Puck shot off the boards by Bertolino. Zergenbauer gets knocked down. Bertolino comes up with it again. Backhands it toward the Lynnfield goal. Picked up by Lynnfield. Stolen back by Muse. Muse shot. Geary save. Puck loose. Trefai almost had a piece of it. He couldn't quite. Now Trefai jammed up against the boards. Trefai hustles. Gets spun around. Loses the puck. Out comes Lynnfield. Shot. Saved by Cetera. Loose puck picked up by Lynnfield. Centering pass. Doesn't connect. Kept in by Lynnfield. Shot from the point. Smothered by Muse. Shot. Cetera is going to put a glove on this one, I'm sure. Take the pressure off. Good job by Seth Muse as the shot from the point was taken from the far side, but Muse slid across, broke the play up. Puck ended up close enough to Cetera that he puts a glove on it. 8:04 remaining in the second period. Gloucester leads it 2-0. An eventful second period. Really eventful in terms of action. No scoring yet by either team. Gloucester's 2 goals came in the first period. We have a whistle as we now had a hand pass. Puck squirted out of the pile-up down in the corner. Face-off will come to Cetera's right. Riley tries to skate it out, overskates a little bit. Lynnfield ends up with it. Manzo, far side for McKeever. Back to Riley, though. Riley can't clear it out of there. Now Manzo in front. McKeever saw it go wide. He goes into the corner with Morrissey. Shot from the point. High one. Cetera up over his net to make the save. Face off to the left of Cetera. That would have been clearly over the net. Cetera, though, reached up, made the glove save. Borowski can't quite get to the puck, ends up back in the Gloucester end. Gloucester behind his net. Now up the boards. Amaro to Borowski. Borowski has Kucha. Kucha has Bertolino sliding in deep. Borowski ends up with it, puts a shot in front of the net. Would have been wide. Picked off by Hazel. Ends up in the Gloucester end. Amaro. Now Muse. Now Lynnfield on an interception by Silvaletta. And we have a whistle. And We're going to have stick above the shoulder, so the this may be a penalty. Okay, it is a penalty. It's against the Fishermen. Lynnfield on the power play. Gloucester leads it 2-0. But Lynnfield, with 6:34 remaining in the second period, goes on the power play. They win the draw, back to the point. They go point to point, shoot it. Broken up by Riley. Can't be cleared out by Parsons, but he stays after it. Parsons puck along the boards. Lynnfield, though, makes the play from behind the net. Now up the slot. Now back along the boards. Walking out, trying to make a pass that got broken up by Curley. Picked up by Riley, but not all the way out. Shot deflected over to this side. Now out of the zone. Lynnfield, good pass. Right back in again. McKeeva can't quite get to it. Back to the point. Shot was intercepted by Curley and puts it all the way down to the far end. Rushed by Lynnfield. They stop. Try to get something set up. Broken up by Curley. Shot out of there by Amiro. Curley and Amiro, good job. Down to 23 seconds on the Lynnfield power play. Lynnfield out of their own end. Briggs shoots it behind the Gloucester net. Now Briggs tries to get to it. He and Curley waltz around a little bit. Curley gets knocked down. Curley is on top of the puck. I think finally draws a whistle. Curley get knocked down. He just wisely or inconveniently fell on top of the puck. And you're not going to move Mr. Curley. Stephen's a large lad. And ends up with the puck off the face-off. Clears it. Bertolino out of the penalty box. Bertolino with a rush. Tried to take a slap shot that got smothered. Now, puck picked up by Amiro. Shot back in by Hazel. Lynnfield, man in front. Fortunately for the Fishermen, they couldn't control the puck behind the Gloucester net. They had a man dead in front of Zatera. Shot, save Zatera! Beautiful save by Peter Zatera. Lynnfield skater right out in front. I think it was Briggs. Has Zatera dead to rights. Zatera makes the save. Teammates down to congratulate him. So Gloucester looked like they had an opportunity when they went even. And then right back comes Lynnfield. And Gloucester caught a break as Lynnfield couldn't control the puck behind their own net, but ended up with a real good shot on Zatera. Zatera makes the save. Gloucester is passing not a little, let's say a little less than crisp at this point. Palazzolo gets checked up against the boards. Riley comes in to help him out. Puck comes loose. Lynnfield ends up with it, but that's broken up by Muse. Now Parsons swings a defenseman, gets a good shot out. Gary makes a save though. Loose puck picked up by Riley. Riley swings around, looks, and tried to thread it through to Bertolino. Hit a Lynnfield skater. Muse off the boards. Parsons, Riley, now Bertolino again. Back to Parsons, good pass. Parsons flips it in, bouncing puck. Steered to the corner by Geary. Puck at center ice. Intercepted by Curley. Curley using his size to try to get around the defender, but he can't. And we got a whistle in the corner. We couldn't see what happened, but this may be against the Fishermen. Putting Lynnfield back on the power play again. Let's see. Gloucester just killed off a Lynnfield power play. Now I think they're going to be right back on it with 3:06 remaining in the second period. 2 first period goals by the Fishermen are standing up thus far. One by Parsons, one by Borowski. But Lynnfield with another opportunity on the power play. Kucha, Amiro, Morrissey, and Curley, the 4 defending for the Fishermen. Face off right below us. Manzo and Amiro on the draw, controlled by Lynnfield. They skated behind their own net. Kucha waiting around to see what's going to happen. Now they skated out. This is Park, I believe the son of Brad Park. I think he's had a couple of sons at Lynnfield, not sure. Cleared all the way down by Curley. Back comes Lynnfield again. Manzo has to chase it. Soterra's going to cover it up as Manzo and Colley were bearing down on him. 54 seconds on the power play, 2:30 exactly remaining in the second period. Face out to Soterra's right. That was Parsons, and they're taking the draw for Gloucester. Lynnfield, though, ends up with it back at the point, now up the boards. Looking on Soterra, loose puck. Shot high over the net. Now out of the zone. Point-to-point pass doesn't work. Pushed in deep by Riley for Gloucester as we're down to about 25 seconds remaining on the power play. Riley and do some forechecking. Skated out of there, then passed out of there by Nugent. And Lynnfield way offside. Little misconnection, miscommunication, I think. .15 seconds remaining on the power play. Minute 51 in the second period. Face off outside the blue line. Kuch and Amiro come out. Muse. Berlino. Lynnfield wins the draw. They skated into the Gloucester zone. Broken up though. Kucha trying to get to it first. He does. He's centering pass. He was forced a little bit wide. He had Amiro coming down the middle. He tried to slide a pass to him. He couldn't do it. But this killed off the penalty. Gloucester kills off another Lynnfield power play. But back comes Lynnfield. Broken up by Muse, but they regain control. Try a centering pass. Backhanded shot goes wide. Far corner. Excuse me, near corner. Now back to the point. Through traffic. Soterra sees it all the way, though, as the traffic kind of potted in front of him. It looked like Hazel had a screen to shoot through, and as soon as he let the shot go, the screen sort of potted, and Soterra had a look at it. Didn't have all that much on it. Routine save for Peter. He's had a couple of very nice saves in this second period. Back to the point, shot. Goes wide, and from the side, McKeever got to it first. Tried to shove it past Soterra more than shoot it past him, I think. And Soterra ends up having to glove it again. 1 minute and 3 seconds remaining in the period. Shot, that one's broken up. Lynnfield gets it again though. Shot, doesn't come all the way through. Now loose puck picked up by the Fishermen, skated out of there by Parsons. Parsons over to Palazzola. Parsons, good job of staying on side. Gets checked from behind, and out comes McKeever, 2 Fishermen back. McKeever looking to make a play, and ends up putting it, I think he's trying to put it in front, and it may have deflected. Soterra ends up making the save. he had somebody coming down the middle who was pretty well tied up, and I think he's just trying to flip it in front, see if something would happen. And it appeared to deflect a little bit. It wasn't that hard. And Cetera covers it up with 33 seconds remaining to go in the period. Kucha on the draw for the Fishermen. Amiro shoots it towards the Linfield end. They call icing now, they take it off. Okay. Trailing official had his arm up. Lead official didn't blow his whistle. Must have felt that Linfield could have gotten to it with some effort. Puck center ice, Kucha down to 10 seconds. Broken up by Amiro. Amiro, shot! Wide! Forced Gary to flop on that one, but it just went wide. We have a whistle and a horn. Sounds ending the second period at the end of 2 periods. Lost to 2, Linfield nothing. We'll be back with third period action.
The fiber used in carpet today, nylon, olefin, and wool.
You know which one meets your needs? We do.
There's residential, commercial, plush, textures, Berbers.
And each comes in every color of the rainbow.
So how do you pick what's right for you?
Count on us.
For almost 50 years, Glover's has been satisfying customers by providing the right answers to their flooring questions.
When it comes to flooring, we've got you covered.
Remember what it was like before you had to face the real world? Remember what it was like to be a kid? How'd you like to feel that way again? All it takes is a couple of hours every other week, and you can be in touch with a kid who just loved to be in touch with a kid like you. Be a big brother. Change a kid's world. On second thought, make that 2 kids.
I do it at Mac.
I do it at Mac.
We do it at Mac.
Done it at Mac. I try to do it at Mac.
Mac helped me do it.
I just did it at Mac.
Isn't it time that you did it at Mac?
To the Tully Forum, third period action about to get underway. Fishermen leading it 2-0. J.D. McCacker, Bob McGlinchey with some able assistance from Mark Orlando. Ready to bring you the third period action. And hopefully that's all we're going to talk about is 3 periods. Because we could go to overtime, but the Fishermen with a 2-0 lead. Good solid period of hockey. 2 good periods thus far. Although Linfield certainly has had their opportunities, but we think that for both sides, the goaltenders took over in that second period. Both teams with chances. Gary in the Linfield end settled down. We thought maybe the 2 that he gave up were not characteristic of his abilities. Talked to the Linfield AD before the game, Steve McBride, who's an official, hockey official in Hockey East, although I think he's on the shelf right now with a bit of a bad knee. But he said if Mr. Geary is on his game, they're going to give the Fishermen all they can handle, and certainly he settled down in the second period. Peter Cetera, good first period, excellent second period, including what I think is the save of the game, an acrobatic save from in close, and a couple other fine saves in there too. And actually the best scoring chance probably was Steve Curley was some net to shoot at. Talked to Uncle Dave between periods, and Uncle Dave felt that he might have been able to tuck that one home, but I get a feeling that Gary got over there and got a piece of it and denied Steve. So we started off third period 2-0 Linfield. If there's been one area that Gloucester's had their problems in tonight, it's Linfield's won a lot of the face-offs, controlled a lot of the action after the face-off. Pushed ahead by Bertolino, gets knocked down. Shove. Now back to Bertolino, shoots it in deep. chased over there by Nugent. Nugent checked by Riley. Nugent over here on the near side, but Riley, as usual, making something happen. Palazzolo forced in deep. Out front, Parsons sitting out there, but it was intercepted by Morton, and that's offside. Morton elected to go along the blue line. We're standing right on the blue line, and that was clearly offside. A little forechecking on Morton, and he went wide. It appeared that he was going to carry it in, and his two line mates jumped into the zone, and offside is called. Kucha comes out with Amaro and Borowski. Parsons, the first glass to goal. Borowski, the second one. As we said earlier, both goals coming in the first period, second period scoreless. But a good period of action. Sotero with the bat away. Drives the puck into the corner. Centering pass by Linfield, but covered up nicely in front. Amaro, Morrissey, Kucha all there in front. And puck ends up down in the Linfield end. Linfield passes it out. Up to Morton. Now down deep. Now back to center ice. Kucha. Ahead to Borowski. Borowski. Backhand. Geary made the save, and then the rebound was cleared away. Borowski was on his backhand and couldn't pull it around to his forehand. Borowski tries to center it out of the corner. Doesn't get very far. Picked up by Park. Park over the blue line. Park shot wide. Amaro drops it back to Morrissey. Morrissey was coming towards Amaro though, but Curley ends up with it. Curley had to Parsons. Parsons steers it over to Kucha. Gloucester completes the change as Riley comes out along with Palazzolo. Curley chasing as Linfield completes the change. Curley up to Palazzolo. Palazzolo taken down. Picked up by Linfield. Actually, they get a shot on Sotero, who ends up covering it up. Briggs got a shot. Not that much of a shot, but Lancani and a teammate were kind of lurking around in the area. So Sotero made the play. Face out to Sotero's left. Riley takes a draw for Gloucester. Colley in there for Linfield. They win it again. Shot by Shove. Doesn't get all the way through, but a good shot by Colley, who's kind of stayed in the area where the face-off was. Bouncing puck. Sotero makes the save. Lanciani lurking. Sotero denies him. Face off to his left. Little jostling away from the puck. Now we're set. Controlled by Kucha, but Linfield ends up with it. Now Muse, Lenny Muse that is. He loses centering pass. Shot. Sotero save. Went, put it on net. Sotero makes a save. High puck, knocked down by Amaro, and they're going to say he closed his glove hand on the puck. So face-off will come just about at center ice, in front of the Linfield bench. Fishermen down below us in their road maroon. Linfield comes in the higher seed. But Gloucester has the higher total on the board. They lead it 2-0. 3 minutes played in the third period. Bertolino wide of Borowski, but Kucha ends up with it. Now Borowski tries to leave it for Amaro. They don't connect. Back comes Park. Park shot wide. Shot. We have a whistle. A penalty against the Fishermen. That was away from the play. I didn't see what happened. Linfield's going to go on the power play. The assistant principal, Bill Goodwin here. performing his MIAA chores. See a few dignitaries here with us tonight. Judge David Harrison, Fred Bishop, Tommy Ladoff. Good sports fans all. Tom kind of likes to think he's a Gloucester High guy. We know he's a St. Anne's boy. Palazzola on the rush. Gloucester down a man. Palazzola knocked down. Linfield. Parsons ends up putting a shot on net. Palazzola was tied up from behind. Actually, that was a good job by Hazel. Now Palazzola tries to walk it out. Gloucester putting all the pressure on, and they're down a man. They don't have the penalty up on the scoreboard. I know it's against the Fishermen. Shot goes wide. No, it's not against. Okay. Well, what do we got here? We got a matching. Let me count. We clearly have a Fisherman in the penalty box, but we all, okay, it must be a matching. Didn't see the Lynnfield player go in because the penalty box is adjacent to their bench. So that's why we don't have anything up on the penalty clock. We're matching. Now we see 5, although Gloucester just completed a change. Okay, now we can count. Intercepted by Lynnfield. Lynnfield in front. Puck loose. Shot wide off the backhander. Gloucester can't clear it out of the zone. Now they do. But intercepted by Lynnfield at center ice. Shot back in again. So both teams down a man. We saw the Gloucester player go into the penalty box, but like I said, the Lynnfield penalty box is adjacent to their bench, and we didn't realize that we're at even strength on the matching penalties. Muse on the interception. Shot! Hit Nugent. Now Lynnfield can't get it out of there. Now they skate it out. Nugent on the rush. Nugent tries to come in front. That's broken up by Bertolino. Shot wide. I think they were looking for a deflection as much as anything. Shot through the crease by Lynnfield. Lynnfield puts the pressure on. Puck in front. Lynnfield ends up with it again. Skated deep. Trying to make a play. Shot. Saves Sotera through a screen. Lynnfield with all sorts of pressure. Sotera ends up making a good save, but far too much pressure by Lynnfield. 9:24 remaining in the third period. And Lynnfield coming at the Fishermen. The matching penalties are over as we see the penalty boxes now have both been vacated. Face-off controlled by Lynnfield. I hope this doesn't come back to haunt the Fishermen because Lynnfield has got the advantage in face-offs, but Gloucester comes up with the puck. Bertolino sends Palazzola away. 3 men back for Lynnfield. Broken up back there by Hutchison. Puck loose. Riley comes up with it. Centering pass. Palazzola was in deep. Parsons was up a little bit high. And it was picked up by Briggs. Briggs shot. Sotera save. Rebound goes wide. Puck along the boards, far boards. Bertolino trying to jam it up there. Get some help from Riley. No whistle. Now we finally get a whistle. 8:37 remaining in regulation. Gloucester does lead it 2-0. Both goals coming in the first period. Parsons and Borowski. And that's been it. As the goaltenders have taken over, both teams with chances. Kucha set to take the draw. Lynnfield ends up with it. Shot hit a few people going through, ends up in the near corner. Out of the far side. Kept in by Lynnfield, shot from the point. Sotera makes a save. Puck controlled by Lynnfield, but they lose it. Curley in turn loses it. Amaro ends up with it, bounces it off the glass, and gets it out of there through center ice. Amaro checked by Nugent. Puck off the side of the net. Amaro still digging down there, gets some help from Borowski. Borowski looks for Parsons, but they didn't connect. Marcy shot save. Geary, puck near corner. Centering pass by Borowski. Parsons got a shot off that was smothered. Morrissey keeps it in. His shot goes high and wide. So Gloucester coming back with some pressure of their own. Amiro pushed along the boards. Puck shot to center ice. But hustling back is Morrissey around the boards. Morrissey, only a sophomore, has seen plenty of action this year, and I got a feeling he's going to be a good, solid defenseman over the next couple of years. This experience is going to do young Mr. Morrissey a world of good. Face off just down below us, in front of the Gloucester bench, outside the blue line. Riley skates in to take it. Riley almost skated it through. Linfield ends up with it. Shoots it wide. Berlino back of the net. Puck loose. Talazola ends up with it. Now Parsons. Gloucester on a rush. 3-on-2 for the time being. Parsons shot by Bertolino. Parsons got it over to Bertolino. Good rush by the Fishermen. Good save by Geary. Puck not controlled by anybody. Now Linfield controls it. Bouncing puck in front of the Linfield bench. Shot in by Linfield. Cetera pokes at it. Muse has to go back after it. Gets it over to Bertolino. Bertolino tries to thread it through to Riley. Doesn't, though. Intercepted. Now regained by the Fisherman. Doesn't go out of the zone. Now it does. As it was shot by the point. That was shot from the point. Broken up by Riley. Puck in the corner. We lose sight of it down there. That's Gloucester student section down to our right. Linfield comes out of there. Cetera make the save. Loose puck. Palazzolo, I think, got a piece of that. Linfield keeps it in, though. Shot! Deflected. And Linfield back with the pressure again. Now we're going to have a penalty, and I believe this is going to be against the Fishermen. It is. So Linfield, Gloucester had a little pressure of their own after there was a Linfield advantage there for a couple of minutes. Gloucester comes back, and then back comes Linfield, and Gloucester now draws the penalty. 6:02, I think it is, remaining in regulation. Gloucester with a 2-goal lead, but Linfield on a power play. And the face-off is in the Gloucester end. Kucha, Curley, I think it's Parsons, can't see him over against the glass. And Amiro, the foursome. Excuse me, it's Morrissey, just number 4. I thought it was 14. Morrissey, Amiro, Curley, Kucha, the foursome for the Fishermen. 6:02 remaining in the regulation. Linfield skates it in from the point. Little deflection, shot, Cetera save! Cetera another save! Oh, 2 absolute beauties by Cetera. But Linfield keeps the puck in the zone. Shot, Cetera makes the save again. Loose puck, side of the net. Curley gets knocked down, puck in the corner. Cetera lost his stick for a second. Now he's regained it, he's okay. Puck comes out to center ice, stolen by Amiro. Amiro's in alone, Amiro shot to goal! Shot-handed goal, Amiro! Big play at center ice. Amiro makes the steal, goes in alone, goes 5-hole, and the Fishermen score short-handed. They lead it 3-0. But the key to that was Mr. Cetera in the Gloucester net. Linfield with their chances. Puck came out to center ice. Amiro makes the steal, goes in alone, scores it short-handed. Huge goal for the Fishermen. Big goal. Great job by Amiro. Made the play at center ice. 59 seconds, though, remain on the Linfield power play. And now it's paramount that they do something quickly. But Mr. Cetera, if you're going to get one by him, good luck. Bertolino, Curley, Parsons, and Riley to kill off the 59 seconds remaining on the Linfield power play. Saved by Cetera, long shot. Unassisted by Amero, and Wallace should be. Great effort, good low shot. Gotta think he went 5-hole on Geary. Broke it up, here comes another breakaway. Riley on this one, Riley in alone, Riley, shot! Goal! Another short-handed goal for the Fishermen. This time it's Riley on the steal. I said Linfield had to make something happen on this man advantage. Well, all this happened is bad as far as Linfield's concerned. 2 short-handed goals by the Fishermen. Similar type play. Riley makes the play just outside the blue line. Goes in alone. Pulls the goalie. We saw the puck come, shoot right back out again. The red light didn't go on, and I wasn't sure that maybe Geary got a piece of it. But then the red light did come on. And Geary didn't get a piece of it. And a timeout called by Linfield, and it's just regroup time. As Gloucester just has struck quickly down a man. 2-goal lead has quickly doubled as first Amero and then Kevin Riley scores short-handed. 5:04 remaining in regulation. But to say that the roof would have to fall in on the Fishermen is an understatement. But Coach Alexander out on the ice. Coach Dench, Coach Philbrick, and I'm sure they're all saying the same thing, that this isn't over. Good job, boys, but we got 5 more minutes of work here. And Linfield, I'm sure, can't quite believe what just happened to him. Power play opportunities, Cetera comes up big. Couple of beautiful saves. Amero makes a play at center ice, goes in, puts one home. And then just a matter of seconds later, the same exact thing almost by Riley. He started his play from a little deep, a little closer towards the Gloucester end. But same thing, just right down the middle. Brought it around, brought the goalie with him, put it past him. And Gloucester leads it 4-0. And they're still killing off a penalty. Kucher, Parsons, Bertolino, and Curley the foursome. Puck picked up by Linfield, swung around to the far side, still swinging it around. Puck swiped at as Cetera dove out there to glove it. And they're gonna, I think we're gonna have matching now. Little action as the whistle blew. Linfield kid went in to take a swipe at it. The whistle had not sounded when he did that, so that's a bang-bang play. No problem with that. Cetera did have his glove on it. It's not a, well, let me see. Okay, they've done this to me again. Now, okay, there is a Linfield person in there. So we have 14 seconds on the Linfield power play. Then we'll have matching penalties. Following that, cleared out of there by Curley. Down to 4 seconds. So Gloucester not only has killed this penalty off, but they increased their lead by 2 goals with 2, not 1, 2 short-handed goals. Couldn't hear the announcement in the background, but we have play on either team in the penalty box. We have 4 minutes and 22 seconds remaining in regulation. We have Gloucester with a 4-goal lead. Morrissey, Curley out there. Amiro, Borowski, Riley. Will change in the alignment for the Fishermen. Shot! Cetera say, quick shot again. This is an area that the Fishermen have not been on equal terms with Lynnfield, which is winning the face-offs. But although you like to see face-offs won by your team, you also like to see goals scored by your team. And Gloucester scored 4, Lynnfield's called none. Puck towards the Lynnfield then. Loose, picked up by Kucha. Kucha. There's Borowski with him. He's back checked though. Broken up. Now Lynnfield regains control. Amiro hustles back into the play. Amiro gets stood up. Almost a 2-on-1 break for the Fishermen. They quite couldn't control it. Park ended up with it. Now back comes Borowski. Borowski has Kucha. Kucha tied up. Borowski gets Kucha gets a shot off. Puck back to center ice. Long shot. Cetera knocks it down. Curley gets to it. They try to check Curley. They can't. Amiro covering up in front nicely. Out comes Amiro. 2-on-1. He's got Curley with him. Shot. Wide. In front. Curley with another opportunity. Couldn't quite redirect it. Young Steven a little offensive-minded here this evening. Now he ends up with the puck. Slides it over to Morrissey. Morrissey tries to connect with Muse, puts it behind him though. Lankini, long shot, Cetera save, Trafai. Now Morrissey stops, looks, Lynnfield into forecheck. So Morrissey puts it up the boards for Trafai spun around. Zergabel out there. And Muse taken down, no call. 2.5 minutes remaining in regulation, 4-goal lead for the Fishermen. Lynnfield through center ice. Far corner. And I'm sure the Fishermen want to protect this shutout for their fine goaltender, and he just robbed him from dead in front. Mr. Monzo thought he had one. Mr. Cetera said no. Another great save by Peter Cetera. 2:16 remaining in the game. Teammates down to congratulate Peter. You see Appleton out there now. I think this is his first shift of the night. Parsons centering. Riley on the far side. Palazzola on this side. Muse is out there too. Back to the point. Shot through traffic. Doesn't get all the way through. It's broken up by Riley. Parsons can't get to it. Appleton tries to push it along the boards. Back to the point where Manzo flips it towards the Gloucester end. Puck loose. Broken up by Muse. Skated out by Riley. Riley has Parsons. Now ends up deep in the Lynnfield end. Under 2 minutes remaining in the game. Riley trying to make something happen from the side of the net. Almost does. Puck ends up in the near corner. Picked up by Palazzola. Palazzola hit to Riley. Riley over to Parsons. Parsons one-timer. Gary, nice save. And Gary's had his share of good ones. But the story of the night is Peter Cetera for the Fishermen. Puck near corner, in front. Broken up by Parsons. Taken back by Lynnfield. Broken up again. They're able to keep it in. Now they leave it along the blue line. And Gloucester hustles after it. Palazzola gets to it. Palazzola drop pass for Parsons. Parsons shot. Goal, Parsons! Beautiful goal by Parsons. Parsons got the first one, and it would only be fitting if he got the last one. We're down to 57 seconds. Goal scorer's goal, far corner. Bit of a screen. Geary never saw it. Zergabel, Ross. Now Sherman comes out. Ross and Sherman with their, I think, first shifts. Zergabel seeing action tonight. Curley, and I think it's Coakley on defense, knocked down by Curley. Couple of assists on the Parsons goal, and again, I've got a headset on. I can't pick them up. By the time you see this broadcast, John Darkinas will have all the stats of the Gloucester Daily Times. But the story of this period has been the two short-handed goals by the Fishermen. First Amero, then Riley. Then Parsons, with less than a minute to go, putting the frosting on the cake. Now comes Andy Zergabel. Andy new to hockey, but he's stuck with it, and he's been rewarded with some ice time. And he's an underclassman. Puck picked up and skated out and shot. We have a whistle. Not sure. That may be David Dimitri. My apologies, as we're seeing a few numbers that I think John Sultan's out there now. That may be Dimitri, who just got knocked down. I think it is. Coakley after. Coakley behind his own net as we're down to 15 seconds. Ross puts it back behind the net over the far side for Sherman. Puck kept in, but intercepted by Ross. He's taken down, but I don't think we're going to get any. Maybe we will. Horn sounds, though. About a second to go with the penalty. The horn sounds, ending the game, and the team quickly out to congratulate Peter Cetera. And when you say Peter Cetera had a fine game, that's just saying it over and over again. It was just a Peter Cetera game. And Gloucester got on top early with Parsons and Borowski in the first period. Then actually the goaltenders from both teams took over, with Gary doing a good job in the Lynnfield end, and Cetera an outstanding job in the Gloucester end. In the third period, Gloucester back and forth. Lynnfield put a lot of pressure on Cetera, more than equal, including a couple of fabulous saves. Gloucester comes back. Lynnfield has a man advantage with only a 2-goal deficit. And if they were going to get back in the game, that certainly was the time. But first, Amero and then Riley scored short-handed. And that was just it as far as it was Lynnfield was concerned. Then Parsons tops it off with a nice, pretty goal toward the end of it. And just a great up-and-down effort by Gloucester, and just superlative work by Peter Cetera. So the Fishermen stay alive in the defense of the Division II title. I believe it's a Friday night game. I'm not sure when this is going to be shown, but again, the Gloucester Daily Times will have the particulars. It's been fun here this evening. Looking forward to the next game. For Bob McClinchy, Mark Orlando, this is J.D. McCacker saying till next time, so long.